doing alright. Enough with the lies, blowing with the darkness of the wind. Homie, look what this cat dragged in.
Shut the fuck up and turn that shit.
Lucky from Hoodstocks had the worst day of his life. Posting unfortunately news Hoodstock Studio burned down this morning. Luckily no one was hurt according to Lucky, and he's very grateful for that. But stay tuned, he's about to come back stronger and bigger. Drop your thoughts on Sskeme Reports. He's out.
Pocho, you're lame, dog. Quit saying my name, dog. You thirsty getting clout. You get no views on your podcast anyways, dog. Stop capping, my boy. Yeah, you reached out, you talk good about me. I never did an interview with you, my boy. You wanted to go on live. I never did, because why? I know what it is. You're making a narrative that's never gonna happen. Dog, there's too much bloodshed, too much bullshit going on. Prison is prison. The streets is the streets.
I got 100 texts. Pepita's blowing me up, and the owner of the building's blowing me up. So I said, something's not right. Talk to the owner. The owner says, sir, the building is on fire. Please get there as soon as possible. Place is surrounded, taped off by fire engines and spectators and insurance companies and safety building code and you name it, they're there. Talk to the police chief, the captain, one running the show. He said, hey, it's an ongoing investigation. He said something that had to do with maybe a cigarette butt in the stairwell. Started in the stairwell, our studio's next to the stairwell. The fire started in the stairwell, went into our studio. Fire, smoke, water damage in the studio. Studio is totaled. Hoodstock Studio is done with, 100% done with. They put a red tag on that shit that cannot, it's not safe to be in there at all. That's all the above. Everything is done with in there. Hoodstock Studio is done with, man. You know what I mean? We've had a problem with the homeless.
Hey, what it do, what it is, what it was. This is your boy Pocho of the Chicano Podcast. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications and support a real one in the field. What are we talking about today? Lucky, Hoodstocks, the biggest podcast in Southern California representing brown people. Let me know straight up in the comments right away if Hoodstocks is your favorite podcast. If you listen to it, do you think they glorify gangs? Do you think that they help gangs? You tell me. I would love to know your guys' position on Hoodstocks. I started watching Hoodstocks a while back. Actually, probably way back, way years ago when he was in his smallest studio. Lucky actually inspired me to podcast because Lucky, why I like Lucky is he is not afraid to be himself. He contradicts a lot of how they try to portray gang members. He's half Jewish, half Mexican. I'm half Irish, half Mexican. I grew up in a park. So did he. Shot out from South Park to Highland Park. But today, sad news is Lucky's whole studio was burned down. Now, I'm not here to everybody know, to call it the news. What I'm more interested in is why and also how did the public react. Of course, a whole public, support of him. But his haters came out. His haters came out. You know what I mean? I'm trying to remember the Vato's name. The rapper that said, oh my God, I'll find it right now. Anyway, with the long hair, that fool was in the comments laughing. Hater World made a video. He tried to kind of smooth it out, but you could tell that fool was kind of happy that it's competition. And I want to know, do you think that it was just some kind of homeless person? Or do you think that the Hater World's, little group of people maybe went over there and started hating? Or do you think the full community started hating on them? Do you think it was a gang thing? Do you think it was a street thing? Or do you just think it's just homeless people in Los Angeles, man? Should we even be talking about this? But I'm going to run through the clip, and then we'll, I wanted you to see that first clip as we, the world as we know, but I'm going to run through the whole clip and see how we feel. Let's go.
This morning, the cell phone thing, right? It's going off the hook, trying to get... First off, God is good all the time. And when the universe speaks, listen, motherfuckers, everything happens for a reason. With that said, love and respect to everyone that's reached out, what they love and they respect and they support for Hoodstocks. You the real ones. 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock this morning, the cell phone thing, right? It's going off the hook. Trying to get my lazy ass up. I opened it up. I got 100 texts. Pepita's blowing me up, and the owner of the building's blowing me up. So I said, something's not right. Talk to the owner. The owner says, sir, the building is on fire. Please get there as soon as possible. Get some coffee in me. Wash my balls. Brush my teeth.
I wouldn't have got no coffee, no balls, brother. You should have went right there, but I feel you.
Head over there. Place is surrounded, taped off by fire engines and spectators and insurance companies and safety building code and you name it, they're there. Talked to the police chief, the captain, one running the show, and he got my information, and he basically said, hey, it's an ongoing investigation. They got the fire out. They got everything they need to put together to conclude the investigation. And he said something that had to do with maybe a cigarette butt in the stairwell. Started in the stairwell, our studio's next to the stairwell. The fire started in the stairwell, went into our studio. Fire, smoke, water damage in the studio. Studio is totaled. Hoodstock Studio is done with, 100% done with. They put a red tag on that shit that it's not safe to be in there at all. Not landlord, owner of the building already refunded me my deposit. First and last, all the above. Everything is done with in there. Hoodstock Studio is done with, man. I mean, we've had a problem with the homeless population. Sometimes we got to kick them out. Meth heads, crackheads, them dudes that fold over like a lawn chair. Yeah, them heads. Sometimes they just trying to get some rest. I get it, dog. I know how it is. I've been bucking in the dirt, homie.
We do, man.
I might have smoked some dope.
We got a major.
I'm not pointing no fingers. I'm just saying anything
homeless
could
population.
Happen. Anything is possible. Anybody could have left the cigarette right there that lights a stairwell. How do you light a stairwell on fire, dog? Anyways, that's where the part of.
That's why it's crazy to have, spend all this money on the studio, bro, when you can do something straight out your garage, bro.
I'm just going to figure that shit out. And we're going to get the report and we're going to see what it is. But as of now, I'm doing absolutely nothing, dog. I'm not overly stressed. I'm not overly anything.
Good,
I'm going to go with the flow. I'm going to let God
go with the flow.
Take control and tell me where I need to go. Do I continue?
It's true. When things get overwhelming, people give it to God. You don't need to keep it. In recovery at Homeboy Industries, they taught me, if things get too intense, just give it over to God and let go. And let God work on it. Let go and let God.
Podcasting, I continue podcasting, dog. But right now, I'm big fucking chilling, dog.
Hold on, I gotta hear that part again.
Had a long day. Need to go. Do I continue podcasting? I continue podcasting.
Do he continue podcasting? I think he should. I think his insurance will help him, and he should be able to. Hopefully, he has renter's insurance, because the one thing is he might have insurance on like the property that he rented, but he probably doesn't have insurance. Hopefully, like when I buy stuff from Best Buy, I have insurance. But praise God, hopefully he does have some kind of fire insurance for his equipment, because there's probably $20,000, $10,000 worth of equipment in there, and that's the sad part. We're not no big corporations. This is all, you don't even know like the technology that goes into doing podcasting and figuring it out. I got a $7,000 camera right here, this Sony. Or actually, I'm sorry, I'm being too much, about 5,000, but still, you feel me, like thousands. And if I lost this camera, I have backup cameras, but I could put it on a credit card, but I'd be spending time paying that shit off. I wouldn't just be able to go buy one like that. Since the pandemic, my whole life changed, bro. So this is a big hit, you know what I mean? We already lost American Cholo. I think a lot of these groups overextended themselves, sadly, like American Cholo got too big. He should have just stayed in his garage. Keep things minimal, you guys, unless you guys are really balling off of this. I would keep the cost as low as possible. I'm in my garage. I already had a camera. I had to buy a mic, a mixer. You feel me? Make sure my computer's some lights, and that's it. I'm broadcasting. OBS for games, but I haven't even started that yet. But man, so and Lucky had a good thing, and I said, he motivated me, because I've always been somebody that was like, I didn't fit in, but I was popular, if that makes sense. I was like what they call a popular loser. Like, I was probably the most popular kid in my group, or I got the most girls, or I was up there with the guys that did, you know what I mean? But I was also a fool that would act out, that would dress different, that would say, hey man, we need to become revolutionaries when I was drunk, instead of like still killing each other. Like I would act out, and I feel like I like Lucky because he's not afraid to act out, because real G's, they make their own waves. They make their own line in the sand. They don't follow other people's. They don't get in line. We all got to respect some kind of program overall. I don't subscribe to any of that, but I respect people's programs, But for Lucky, a lot of people hate on him for glorifying gangs, but I don't think that. I think he was creating a space a space where people could have honest conversations so they could grow, empower each other, network, and get put on, bro, and tell their story and be seen. A lot of these vatos don't never felt seen, so they acted out and joined gangs and wrote on walls and created violent situations and traumatic memories because they wanted to be seen, bro. They wanted to be seen. My bad. Got lucky on pause over there, dog. This whole time, my bad. But yeah, man, it's pretty sad. Let's keep going.
Dog. But right now, I'm big fucking chilling, dog. I'm chilling, homie. Had a long day. I had to try to recover some things that were salvageable in there. That was a bitch. That wasn't fun. But luckily, Playboy Eddie's painting made it out of there. Somehow, some way. Playboy Eddie's painting was fireproof.
Shout out to Playboy Eddie.
Imagine that. It's really not a laughing matter, guys. I'm really crying inside, to be honest. Sponsors, don't trip, dog.
That's why I like him. He's not afraid to say that he's really sad, actually.
I'm going to take care of all contracts, all sponsors. I got you guys, man. You know I'm a real one, and you guys are real ones for fucking with us. So, you know what I mean? I'm not leaving nobody hanging, dog. You know, just right now, I ain't got to figure shit out, bro. You know? Even if I stop Hoodstocks right now, we had a good run, dog. We did great for the community. You know what I mean? Maybe God wants me to do something else. I don't know. Just gonna take a day at a time. You know what I mean? It's not a pity party. And also, too, we got insurance, dog. We don't need no GoFundMe. I'm a business owner, dog, and I'm required to have insurance. So, thank you. But no thank you, you know?
That's
Love
dope.
Because
people were trying to get a GoFundMe, but he's like, I'm good, bro. That's one thing about having an independent place. For me, I was always part of bigger organizations like Homeboy Industries. I worked for city governments like in LA County and LA City councils, and even Santa Rosa. But they all were like, always, you had to be perfect, you know? And this is a place where you don't have to be perfect. You can really be yourself. And that's what Lucky provides, man. So.
And I really do love you guys, man. I appreciate you motherfuckers, man.
I would love to build a community like this guy builds.
You know, sometimes when the brother's down, had a lot of people reach out to me, text messages too, man. Trying to pick your boy up. They said, look, oh, you a little lighter than you used to be. You lost some weight. Oh, that's that Ozempic Vince right there. Shit happens. It's life.
And that's it. He cuts it off right there. Perfect. I love that. That's what I'm talking about, bro. He doesn't sugarcoat it. He doesn't do nothing, bro. So let me know in the comments below, people. Do you believe that somebody burned down his place? Do you believe that it was just an accident? I think it was just an accident. But if you've ever been in downtown LA or East LA or wherever he's at, City of Industry, Whittier, any of those places, you know what I mean? You're going to see that that there's hella homeless and hella fire hazards. Real quick, let's go into some of the comments. East Los Boyle Heights says, Hoodstocks till the wheels fall off. This is just a flat carnal. Use the garage. Keep the same energy. Cheer. Yes, use the garage, Lucky. Dude, the garage was where I liked it the most. No more smoking in the hood. Hoodstocks. Damn, YouTube gonna be dead without Hoodstocks. This one's long. My hubby and I watch you all the time. He grew up in Whittier Village, got away and built a business from the ground up until cancer struck. It hurts. It's like a child, but you have your health and you rebuild it from the ashes. Yup. Back to the house studio. Good old days. Yup. Everybody wants them to go back. What matters here is you have your faith and goes a long way. Whack 100 called the Teletubby world last night and BD was shaking. Yeah, so people think that Blue Devil, burned down the place. But come on, dog. Let's be honest. Blue Devil didn't do none of that, bro. He doesn't care and he's not worried about that. And I mean, I bet you he's happy a little bit that one of his ops isn't working, but I don't think Blue Devil's really like that. I think that vato wants to compete on a fair ground, and I think that honestly a lot of people shit on him more in the hater world between him and Hoodstocks. They were saying that Diesel said that a lot of people were hating on him, but I just saw that one rapper. What's the vato's name? Oh my god, I can't believe I've already forgot it. From the Wesstmont Sskeme, dog. Wesstmont Sskeme was on him, hating Wesstmont Sskeme, Blue Devil. I mean, Blue Devil was just acting more like humble, like he didn't care. But you could tell that vato was happy. Just a speed bump. Damn, Lux, chin up. I got insurance, so thanks, but no thanks. That's some classy-ish. Yeah, this is all love, bro. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Stay strong. Hope you keep going. 9 a.m. on a Wednesday. Why weren't you at work? Damn, bro. Who cares? Come back. It's going to be epic. Everything is for a reason, bro. You're going to figure it out. God bless. So much winning. Is Trump voters tired of winning? Oh my God, just speed bump. Basically saying that because he's a Trump supporter, this is what happened. But anyway, gang of comments, go check them out. I don't want to keep writing because that shit be getting boring. But I don't know where the hate's at. I just want to dispel some of the haters. Some of the haters said there was a lot of hate. Wesstmont Sskeme burnt it down because he got mad. Hater World burnt it down because he got mad. And both of those fools would never burn something down. And I think they both want to compete on an even level with Hoodstocks or with everybody. But I bet you they are a little happy. Let me know what you guys think. Is it crazy that people enjoy watching people have a downfall or having a moment or having a tragedy like this? Why do you think we do this to each other so much? And lastly, did somebody do this or is it just a homeless thing? And will Hoodstocks come back? And how important is Hoodstocks to the California community, to the Yarda, to the YouTube Latino space? I think it's important. I think it adds a lot of value. And I don't think any shady stuff happened. I don't think they were partying or anything. They were like trying to hate, saying that he relapsed and this and that. But bro, it's just a fire, bro. It happens every day all over the world, sadly. And tragedy, that's why you better have insurance on everything. Especially, you should also get renter's insurance, people, where you can get everything in your house insured. So if something happens, you can buy all of it back. Anyway, let me know in the comments below. Is Hoodstocks that guy or not? Should he come back or not? This is your boy Pocho, the Chicano Podcast. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications and support a real one in the field. Gang of you vatos, don't follow me. Let me know what I can do better, what I can do to get your subscription. I do talk back. I talk a lot of ish, but that's just for fun. And remember, this is just my point of view. I don't want nobody to be hurt or have any it's just an honest critique of what's going on in our culture. This is your boy Pocho One, and I'm out.